In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can combine Phantom Buster, Cloud Convert, Integromat, and Airtable to make a nice workflow which is going to enable you to target Instagram hashtags to download and save videos and share them with your team. This is going to be useful if you are, say, a brand looking to monitor how your campaign's doing and you want to monitor a certain hashtag. It could be a competition or giveaway. It's going to take you probably about 20 minutes to set up and get going. So once you are ready, let's dive in. Okay, so to get ready to do this lesson, you need to open up a few screens. You're going to want to open up Instagram, open up an account with Integromat and sign in, which should leave you with this screen here. You're going to need to connect Cloud Convert, open a Google Drive folder, and create an Airtable that looks something like this, with a username, post URL, likes, views, comments, time and date, and video file location. We can run through this a little bit later. To start with, we're going to open up Phantom Buster. Now, Phantom Buster is a great way to actually pull information from different parts of the web. Once you're logged in, we're going to go to Store. We're going to select Instagram on the left hand side, and we're going to select the Instagram hashtag collector. Press Use as Phantom. Now we're going to need a session cookie. Go over to Instagram, right click, press Inspect. Next to your network, you'll see some arrows. Find Application, find your cookies, and then select your session ID. Copy that into your Phantom, like so. Next, input your hashtag. These are the ones that you're going to want to pull the posts from. I'm going to select Extract the Post Owner's Profile URL. I'm going to leave the spreadsheet column name blank. I'm going to scrape 5 per post, and the number of posts is going to be 5. We're going to process. I'm going to leave this blank. The output CSV name is whatever you want it to be. Okay, and we're going to check remove duplicate posts when scraping. Now press save. I'm going to launch this manually for now, but probably advised to run it repeatedly if you're going to continuously want new videos pulled in. Let's press save and press save again. Okay, now we're set up with Phantom Buster. We're going to press launch. Now Phantom Buster should go off and collect some posts for us. Okay, once it finishes running, hopefully we've got a success message and a couple of files on the right hand side here. We're going to use this JSON file. This is basically a CSV with some posts in and some JSON information as well. If you wanted to check this, open one of the links up in a new tab to check that you've got some data. It looks like it, and also you can check this with a CSV as well. Next, let's leave this window where it is, and let's go over to Integromat, and we're going to go and create a new scenario. We're going to want to connect HTTP as the first step, then we're going to want to connect Cloud Convert as the second step. We're going to want Google Drive as the third step, and then finally Airtable as the fourth step. I'll press continue, and where you see the question mark, we're going to want to select it and now select HTTP, and we're going to select make a request. In the URL, we're going to copy the JSON link address and paste that into the URL. Select the body type as raw, the content type as JSON, and check pass response, and press OK. Next, let's add another module. It's going to be Cloud Convert. You may have to, once you first connect this, add in your API key from Cloud Convert. You can find that in Cloud Convert in your dashboard, and you'll need to get your API v2 authorization API key from here. If you want, you need to create a new API key. It will show it once, and just copy that into the Cloud Convert when you first connect it. Once you've done that successfully, we're going to select convert a file. The input file is going to be import a file from URL. The URL is going to come from data, which we don't have yet. So to get that, we need to actually run this module. Right click on the HTTP and select run this module only. If you do this now, you'll see an error on the Cloud Convert. So we have to remove this Cloud Convert module and then run this first. With a bit of luck, we should have a few pieces of data to work with. Clicking this will show us as an output we have 5 pieces of data from Instagram. Now we can go and Cloud Convert again and convert a file, import a file from the URL from data is going to be the video URL. The format, I don't know the input format because we're not sure what comes from Instagram, but the output format we want as an MP4. The file name, we could choose the username dash potentially the post ID and then add the extension on the end, .mp4. Scroll down and check the download a file box and press OK. Next we're going to add another module. This is going to be Google Drive, so we're going to actually upload this file to a Google Drive. Connect your Google Drive account and select where you want it to go. Choose a target folder which we created earlier, the 1 second every day folder, and then for your source file you're going to want to select the file that comes out of Cloud Convert. Press OK. Now we can actually just test this to run it so far by pressing run once. So it gets the information from the HTTP and converts it with Cloud Convert. This may take a couple of seconds and then it's going to upload it to the Google Drive. Cool. Set the magnifying glass to check that we have some data being output there, which is cool. And for the final step we're going to go ahead and upload the information we've retrieved into Airtable. Select Airtable and as the action select create a record, find your base. I'm going to use this example, it's down the bottom here somewhere. Select the table, we want to save these posts in, and then just map across the data into the fields. Our username is going to be, again, from our HTTP request, so our username, post URL is going to be the same, the likes is going to be the like count, the views is going to be the views count, the comments, and the time and date is going to be the publication date. And then the video file location is going to be interesting if you want to quickly review files. We're going to use the direct download link from Google Drive. Okay, then press OK. Now if we run this module only, hopefully the previous information from the one we just converted gets added to our Airtable. Okay, so we're going to have to run the whole thing again. We have a result. We may need to actually run the whole flow again, so press run once. Okay, check it. Okay, we've got an output bundle here. Okay, so we've got actually one final thing we need to do with this flow to actually make it work really nicely, and that is to be able to process multiple videos, because for this example it worked really well for one, but we have 5 coming in from our GET request because we're batching the amount of posts we process from Phantom Buster. So this is actually worth doing because we don't want to have to get one at a time from Phantom Buster. We might want to process say 10, 20 or 100 into our flow. So the way we do this is by using a tool called an iterator, and we drop this in between our HTTP request and our Cloud Convert. So the way this works is it goes through a request and it gets the array, so we've got 5 results, and then it goes through each one, passing them off into the rest of the flow. So we've got a couple of things to fix here. First, we're going to tell the iterator to look at our data array. Press OK. Cloud Convert, we just need to change where it looks at. Instead of looking at one result from the GET request, we're going to point it to the video URL from the iterator, because remember the iterator is going to go through each one. The Google Drive can stay the same because it just points to the Cloud Convert, and then the Airtable, rather than pointing at the GET request, we're going to point this to the iterator as well. So we're going to change the username from the GET request to the iterator, the post URL to the same, and the same with the like count, the view count. The comments, pub date, and then the video file location can stay the same. Now if we run it again, you'll see it hit the Cloud Convert for the first time, then the Google Drive, then the Airtable, and then go back to the iterator again to process the next result. So what we're going to do, you just skip ahead and you can see the results of this working. Okay, great, that looks like it's completed and it's run through 5 times. And finally, the last little thing to make this flow perfect, we actually just need to filter just to make sure we're picking up only videos and not photos. So if we check in our GET request, we can see that in our bundle, in our data, just open up a bundle, we actually have a type field. Type is video, so what we can do, just add a simple filter. If you click on this spanner here, you can set up a filter, label check type, the condition is going to be where data type is equal to video. Okay, so if we run it once, you should see it proceed to the iterator. Great. So now if we look at our Airtable, we now see that we've got multiple posts. Obviously it's duplicated the one we already had in there, so if we remove that, we've got 5 different posts in here with 5 videos. Obviously I've just deleted the wrong one, so we have 4 videos, but we should be able to see this in here. Okay, obviously some of them are duplicated from previous tests, but we can see that we've got some separate videos in here, and then we can apply a sort to our likes or our views or however you want them. Okay, so hopefully that was a enjoyable tutorial and you can find this useful, and then you can start combining some of these tools like Phantom Buster to grab some useful information from Instagram. Look forward to seeing what you built, and make sure you reach out if you've got any questions. Enjoy, bye.